Daily Horoscope Analysis for Cáncer. June 8, 2025. Welcome, dear Cáncer. Today's celestial landscape brings significant energies your way as we approach a first quarter moon in Virgo. This lunar phase creates an interesting dynamic with your ruling celestial body, highlighting a period of growth and necessary decision-making. The emotional waters run deep today as the moon forms a challenging square to both the Sun in Gemini and Neptune in Pisces. You may find yourself caught between practical matters that need attention and an overwhelming desire to retreat into your inner sanctuary. This tension between reality and your rich inner world defines much of your day's energy. Venus, positioned in Leo, is activating your second house of resources and self-worth. This placement suggests financial matters might require your attention today. Perhaps an unexpected expense arises, or alternatively, you might discover a new opportunity to increase your income. Either way, your relationship with material security comes into focus. Meanwhile, Mercury in Gemini is enhancing your intuitive capacities, but also creating a somewhat foggy mental environment. You might experience striking moments of clarity, followed by periods of confusion. Trust those intuitive hits when they come. They're gifts from the universe, specifically tailored to your water sign receptivity. Mars in Taurus is forming a supportive trine to Pluto, giving you extraordinary emotional resilience today. This aspect empowers you to face any difficult conversations or situations that you've been avoiding. Your normal tendency to sidestep conflict is replaced with a grounded courage that allows you to protect your boundaries without the usual anxiety. In your home environment, always a critical sphere for moon-ruled Cáncer, today brings a need for both organization and comfort. You might feel compelled to rearrange your living space or address lingering household tasks while simultaneously creating cozier, more nurturing surroundings. This reflects your internal process of creating structure while honoring your emotional needs. In relationships, today presents a fascinating dynamic. Jupiter's position suggests encounters with people who challenge your perspective in ways that ultimately expand your worldview. While initially uncomfortable, these interactions contain seeds of significant personal growth. For those in committed relationships, communication requires extra care today. Be explicit rather than assuming your partner can read between the lines. Your health and well-being today benefit from activities that combine gentle movement with emotional release. Consider water-based exercise if possible, or practices like yoga or tai chi that connect body awareness with flowing movement. Your digestive system may be particularly sensitive today. Opt for nourishing, easily digestible foods that support your emotional balance. Career matters show interesting developments, particularly for Cancers working in creative fields, healthcare, or family-oriented businesses. An idea you've been nurturing privately may be ready to share with colleagues or supervisors. Trust your instincts about timing. Your natural sense for the right moment is heightened today. The position of Saturn suggests ongoing lessons about authority and responsibility. Some Cancers may feel the weight of leadership today, while others might be processing experiences with authority figures. Remember that true authority comes from authenticity and emotional honesty, qualities you naturally possess. Your most compatible signs today include Taurus, whose grounding energy helps stabilize your emotional waves, and Pisces, who understands the depth of your feelings without explanation. Capricorn connections may feel challenging, but contain important lessons about boundaries and structure. Lucky colors for you today include silver, reflecting your lunar rulership, and deep teal, which bridges your water element with healing energy. The number 8 carries special significance, representing the infinite cycles of emotional processing that you navigate so naturally. A special note about today's energy involves your connection to family and ancestors. You might feel unusually connected to your lineage or experience memories from childhood surfacing with important messages. Pay attention to these hints from your subconscious. They contain wisdom that can guide your path forward. In your spiritual practice, Rituals involving water will be especially powerful today. Consider a bath with essential oils, a visit to a natural water source, or even simply drinking a glass of water with mindful intention. These simple acts connect you to your ruling element and restore your emotional balance. As the day concludes, the evening hours bring a welcome sense of resolution. The tension between practical matters and emotional needs finds a temporary harmony, allowing you to rest in the knowledge that you've honored both aspects of your nature. Use this time for gentle reflection, rather than planning. Your intuition speaks most clearly when you allow yourself to simply be present. Remember, dear Cancer, that your sensitivity is not a weakness but a superpower. Today's celestial energies highlight the unique gifts of your sign: emotional intelligence, nurturing capacity, and intuitive wisdom. By embracing both your vulnerability and your strength, you navigate this day with the graceful resilience that is the hallmark of your water sign nature. As you move through June 8th, carry with you the understanding that the ebbs and flows of your emotions mirror the eternal dance of the tides, always changing, yet perfectly natural and exactly as they should be. Trust the process, trust your heart, and know that your capacity to feel deeply is exactly what the world needs now. On June 8, 2025, the cosmic energy field creates a fascinating planetary landscape for Cancer natives. The moon, your celestial ruler, will be traversing through Scorpio, creating a powerful water trine with your sun sign. This position intensifies your emotional intuition and deepens your connections to unconscious patterns. You may feel particularly sensitive to subtle energies around you, almost as if you can read between the lines of what others are saying. Mercury will be positioned in Gemini, creating a sextile aspect to your sun sign. This planetary placement enhances your communication abilities, particularly in expressing complex emotional concepts. Your thoughts may race with creative insights today, and you'll find yourself able to articulate feelings that normally remain beneath the surface. Venus makes her way through Taurus, occupying your 11th house of social connections and aspirations. This creates a stabilizing energy for your friendships and networking endeavors. The Venus in Taurus position brings a grounded, practical approach to your collaborative efforts and may attract material support for your projects through social connections. Mars in Pisces forms a beautiful trine to your sun sign, activating your 9th house of higher learning and expansion. This planetary position fuels your spiritual curiosity and may prompt dreamlike inspirations that guide your actions. The flowing energy between Mars and your sun sign reduces friction and allows you to move forward with projects that require intuitive navigation. Jupiter, the planet of expansion and opportunity, will be stationed in Virgo, creating a sextile aspect to your sun sign from your 3rd house of communication. This placement supports detailed planning and analysis, particularly for educational pursuits or negotiations. The Jovian energy in this earth sign helps you organize your thoughts and communicate with greater precision than usual. Saturn continues its journey through Pisces in your 9th house, forming a trine aspect to your sun sign. This creates a supportive structure for spiritual growth and long-term planning. The normally restrictive energy of Saturn feels gentler through this water sign trine, allowing you to build foundations for your dreams without feeling overly burdened. Uranus in Gemini creates an interesting square aspect to your sun sign from your 12th house. This position may trigger unexpected revelations from your subconscious mind or bring surprising communications that require adaptation. While potentially challenging, this aspect stimulates intellectual growth and prevents stagnation in your thinking patterns. Neptune remains in its home sign of Pisces, forming a trine to your sun sign from the 9th house. This enhances your mystical connections and spiritual awareness. You may experience heightened sensitivity to music, art, or meditation practices today. The Neptune trine supports creative visualization and manifestation work. Pluto's slow retrograde motion in Aquarius creates a sextile aspect to your sun sign from your 8th house of transformation and shared resources. This planetary position supports deep psychological insights and may bring opportunities for financial collaborations. Pluto's transformative energy works more smoothly through this sextile, allowing evolution without unnecessary destruction. The North Node in Aries and South Node in Libra create an interesting energetic pathway across your career and home axis. This nodal position encourages you to balance professional ambition with personal relationships, finding ways to assert yourself without compromising harmony. Chiron, the wounded healer, traverses Aries in your 10th house of career and public reputation. This placement may highlight sensitive areas around professional recognition or authority figures. However, it also provides an opportunity to heal old wounds related to achievement and public visibility. The asteroid Ceres in Leo forms a square to your sun sign from your second house of personal resources and values. This aspect may create tension around nurturing behaviors and material security. You might find yourself reassessing how you provide for others versus meeting your own needs. Pallas Athena in Cancer aligns directly with your sun sign, enhancing your strategic thinking through emotional intelligence. This asteroid placement supports problem-solving approaches that honor intuition alongside logic. The overall planetary pattern on June 8th creates what astrologers call a mystic rectangle between your ruling moon in Scorpio, Neptune in Pisces, Venus in Taurus, and Jupiter in Virgo. This configuration generates a harmonious flow of energy across the water and earth elements, supporting both emotional depth and practical manifestation. The predominance of planets in water signs, Moon in Scorpio, Mars in Pisces, Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, creates an emotionally supportive environment for Cancer natives. You'll likely feel more at home in your sensitivity today, finding that your emotional responses serve as valuable guidance rather than obstacles. As the day progresses, the moon will form a conjunction with the fixed star Antares, known as the heart of the Scorpion. This alignment intensifies emotional courage and may bring opportunities to face fears that have previously held you back from emotional authenticity. The current phase of the moon, waxing gibbous at 78% illumination, supports the final stages of project development before culmination. It's an excellent day to refine details and prepare for completion rather than starting entirely new ventures. With these planetary positions, Cancer natives should pay particular attention to intuitive nudges and emotional responses as reliable navigational tools on June 8, 2025. The cosmic weather supports deep emotional healing combined with practical action steps toward your most authentic goals. Cancer, as June 8th unfolds, your communication landscape is being dramatically reshaped by a powerful conjunction between Mercury and Neptune in Pisces. This cosmic alignment in a fellow water sign creates an almost telepathic quality to your exchanges today. You'll find yourself sensing what others need to hear before they've even formulated their thoughts. The moon, your ruling celestial body, forms a harmonious trine with Venus in your sector of deep psychology, allowing your words to carry profound emotional resonance. This isn't just about what you say, it's about the unspoken currents moving beneath your conversations. Today, you're a channel for intuitive wisdom, not just a communicator of facts and opinions. Notice how people lean in when you speak, captivated not just by your words, but by the authentic emotional truth behind them. This is your natural Cancer gift, amplified tenfold today. Jupiter's position in your 11th house of communities and social networks expands your platform, potentially bringing your message to larger audiences. If you've been hesitant about sharing your thoughts in group settings or on social media, today's energy supports taking that leap. Your capacity for empathetic listening is equally enhanced. You're able to hear not just what's being said, but what's being felt. This makes you an invaluable confidant and counsel today. However, be mindful of Saturn's square to your communication sector, which could manifest as self-doubt or hesitation. The key is to recognize that your emotional intelligence is your strength, not a liability. When expressing difficult truths, Your natural tendency toward care and consideration ensures your message lands with compassion. Creative projects benefit enormously from today's Neptune influence. Journaling, poetry, music, or any form of artistic expression will flow with unusual ease. For those in professional settings, your presentations and proposals carry extra persuasive power, especially when you allow your genuine care for outcomes to shine through. Your words have healing potential today. Use them deliberately. A significant insight may come through dreams or quiet reflection this evening, as Pluto forms a sextile with your unconscious realm. Pay attention to symbols and recurring themes in your thoughts, as they contain important messages you're ready to express. The day's most productive communication window opens between 2 and 4 p.m., when the moon aligns perfectly with your midheaven, bringing clarity and authority to your voice. With Mars moving through your partnership sector, conversations with close collaborators could become passionate, even intense. This energy serves you best when channeled into advocating for shared goals rather than personal grievances. Cancer, your words create worlds today. Speak from your heart center, trusting that your emotional intelligence is precisely what's needed in a world too often caught in superficial exchanges. As the lunar energies align for Cancer on June 8, 2025, your financial landscape shows intriguing potential. The moon, your ruling celestial body, forms a supportive trine with Venus in your second house of personal resources, opening unexpected channels for income. This isn't merely about immediate gains, it's setting foundations for longer-term prosperity. You may notice financial opportunities arriving through unusual channels today, particularly through family connections or property-related matters. The Cancer intuition that typically serves you well in emotional realms extends to financial instincts now. Trust that inner voice when evaluating monetary proposals. Jupiter's position in your career sector magnifies professional visibility, potentially translating to financial recognition. A senior colleague or authority figure might bring forward an opportunity that initially seems modest, but carries significant growth potential. Neptune's influence suggests some financial matters may appear slightly foggy. Ensure all details are transparent before signing agreements. The day favors setting up passive income streams rather than quick-return investments. Your natural prudence with money serves you particularly well today, as Saturn's influence rewards careful planning and patient approaches to wealth building. Consider revisiting a financial plan you previously shelved. Cosmic energies suggest it may now find fertile ground. The asteroid series in your resource sector highlights abundance through nurturing projects that align with your emotional values. Financial opportunities connected to food, hospitality, real estate, or family businesses receive particular cosmic support today. Regarding investments, water-related industries, healthcare innovations, and domestic services align well with the day's energies for Cancer natives. Your financial intuition peaks around mid-afternoon, making this an excellent time for important money discussions or decisions. While the overall financial forecast appears positive, Mercury's placement suggests being exceptionally clear in communications about money matters. Misunderstandings around payments, invoices, or financial agreements could otherwise create unnecessary complications. The day's lunar phase supports setting intentions around financial security rather than aggressive expansion. Focus on strengthening your foundation while remaining open to abundance. Cancer's natural tendency toward financial caution serves as an asset today, though don't let it prevent you from recognizing genuine opportunities that align with your long-term vision. Pay particular attention to conversations with women in positions of financial influence. They may provide insights or connections that prove surprisingly valuable. The day's numerological vibration supports organizing financial records and creating systems that better track your resources. A small investment in improving your financial infrastructure pays significant dividends in coming months. Consider setting aside time to research a financial matter that's been lingering in your awareness. information discovered today could prove particularly valuable. Your financial instincts harmonize beautifully with practical considerations, creating a balanced approach to money matters. This is an excellent day for Cancer to reconcile emotional security needs with material resource planning. The evening hours bring clarity to a financial question that may have seemed complex or confusing earlier in the week. For Cancer on June 8, 2025, the cosmos aligns to create several distinctly fortunate areas in your life. The moon, your ruling celestial body, forms a harmonious trine with Jupiter, opening channels of emotional abundance and intuitive wisdom. This powerful alignment particularly blesses activities connected to your home environment and family relationships. Any domestic improvements or family gatherings initiated today carry a special energy of warmth and lasting happiness. Your natural nurturing abilities are amplified, making this an excellent day to care for loved ones or even nurture yourself through self-care rituals involving water, perhaps a relaxing bath with sea salts or a visit to a lake or ocean if possible. Financial opportunities appear through unexpected channels, particularly those connected to property, antiques, or family heirlooms. There's something valuable from the past that may resurface now, bringing both emotional and material benefits. Your intuition reaches remarkable heights today, especially regarding matters of security and protection. Trust those gut feelings about where to invest your emotional and financial resources. Creative pursuits connected to memory, history, or emotional expression receive cosmic support, with potential for both personal fulfillment and possible future income streams. Cooking, especially preparing family recipes or comfort foods, brings unexpected joy and possibly connects you with beneficial new contacts if shared with others. Healing modalities involving water, emotional release, or nurturing touch prove particularly effective. Professional matters connected to caregiving, food, hospitality, real estate, or emotional support services receive favorable cosmic energy, with potential for recognition or advancement. The fourth house of your chart, representing home, roots, and inner emotional life, glows with protective, expansive energy, suggesting that creating sanctuary spaces for yourself and others brings remarkable rewards. Your emotional sensitivity, often challenging to manage, becomes your superpower today, allowing you to intuitively navigate social situations and forge deeper connections. The evening hours bring especially fortunate circumstances for heart-to-heart conversations with family members, potentially healing long-standing wounds or misunderstandings. Remember that your greatest fortune today comes not from striving or pushing forward aggressively, but from allowing yourself to flow like water, responsive, intuitive, and deeply connected to the emotional currents around you. Cancer, the cosmic climate on June 8, 2025, brings significant shifts to your social landscape. With the moon, your ruling celestial body, forming a sextile with Jupiter in your 11th house of community and friendships, you're experiencing an exceptional window for social expansion. This alignment creates a magnetic quality to your presence today. People will naturally gravitate toward your nurturing energy and emotional intelligence. Don't be surprised if acquaintances suddenly seek deeper connections or if strangers approach you with unusual openness. Your intuitive abilities are heightened, making you exceptionally perceptive about others' unspoken needs. Venus positioning in your communications sector enhances your ability to express affection and care, making your words particularly impactful. A friend or associate may reveal vulnerable information that strengthens your bond significantly. The lunar position today also activates memories connected to your childhood relationships, which could inspire you to reconnect with old friends who once provided emotional security. Notice how these past connections might illuminate patterns in your current social circle. While Mercury's retrograde shadow creates minor miscommunications in group settings, your exceptional emotional awareness allows you to navigate these challenges with grace. Today favors intimate gatherings over large social events, a small dinner party, or heart-to-heart conversation will prove far more fulfilling than crowded environments. Neptune's influence in your ninth house creates a temporarily permeable boundary between you and others, allowing for profound empathetic connections, but potentially leaving you emotionally drained if you don't establish healthy limits. Pay attention to an unexpected connection with someone from a different cultural background, as this relationship holds significant growth potential. The positioning of Mars suggests possible tension with a male friend or authority figure in your social sphere. Approach this dynamic with your characteristic diplomacy. Your social antennae are particularly attuned to insincerity today, so trust your instincts if someone's words don't align with their energy. A social opportunity connected to your professional life emerges unexpectedly, while it may initially feel uncomfortable. Embracing it could open doors to valuable new connections. Today's celestial configuration also highlights unresolved issues within group dynamics that have been simmering beneath the surface. Your natural caregiving tendencies position you as a mediator, but remember to protect your emotional resources. Digital connections are especially favored with Mercury forming a positive aspect to Uranus. An online interaction could blossom into something meaningful. Consider how your home space might serve as a gathering point for meaningful social exchange. Hosting even a small gathering would align perfectly with today's nurturing energy. As the day progresses, the moon's transition amplifies your need for emotional authenticity in all interactions. This isn't a day for superficial networking, but rather for cultivating relationships that honor your sensitive nature and emotional depth. Someone from your past may reach out unexpectedly, bringing closure to an unresolved social chapter. The planets suggest a beautiful balance today between giving and receiving, while your natural tendency is to nurture others. Allow yourself to be supported as well. This reciprocity creates healthier social dynamics for the long term. As June 8th, 2025 unfolds for you, Cancer, the celestial bodies are orchestrating a day that calls for emotional intelligence and intuitive navigation. With the Sun in communicative Gemini, there's a natural pull toward expressing your thoughts and connecting with others, yet this energy sits at a square angle to your own sign, creating a slight tension between your emotional nature and the intellectual demands of the day. The Moon, your ruling celestial body, is forming significant aspects today that heighten your sensitivity. This increased receptivity is both a gift and a challenge. You're picking up on subtle energies around you, but must be careful not to absorb others' emotional states as your own. The lunar position suggests that boundaries will be especially important for you today. Mercury's position indicates that communication requires extra care. You may find yourself in situations where your words could be misinterpreted, particularly in professional settings or with authority figures. Before expressing concerns or making important requests, take a moment to center yourself and clarify your thoughts. Venus is highlighting your sector of personal resources and values today. This placement suggests that you might receive unexpected support or recognition for your natural nurturing abilities. There could be an opportunity to leverage these qualities in a way that brings material or emotional rewards. Mars is activating your house of dreams and subconscious patterns, stirring up old memories or unresolved issues that deserve your attention. Rather than pushing these aside, today calls for gentle acknowledgement of these deeper currents. Working with these energies rather than against them will prevent them from emerging in disruptive ways later. Jupiter's expansive influence is touching on your social sector, suggesting that community connections could bring unexpected opportunities. However, the positioning warns against overcommitment. You may feel generous with your time and energy today, but need to maintain reasonable limits. Saturn continues its longer transit through a sector related to shared resources and transformation. This influence reminds you to approach joint ventures and intimate connections with mature consideration. Today may bring a situation that tests your boundaries in these areas, offering growth through careful discernment. Uranus is bringing unexpected shifts in your professional sphere or public standing. Today, might include surprising news or sudden changes in responsibilities. The key is to remain flexible without abandoning your core needs and values. Neptune's dreamy influence on your sector of philosophy and higher learning suggests that spiritual insights may come through unusual channels today. Pay attention to recurring symbols, meaningful coincidences, or wisdom shared in casual conversation. Pluto's transformative energy is affecting your relationship sector, indicating that power dynamics in close partnerships may require conscious navigation. Today could reveal deeper motivations in yourself or others that normally remain hidden. Begin your morning with a brief meditation or moment of centering, allowing yourself to distinguish between your own feelings and those you might be absorbing from others. This simple practice will establish a protective energetic field that serves you throughout the day. When communicating important matters, especially in professional contexts, take the extra moment to consider not just what you're saying, but how it might be received. Your natural empathy allows you to anticipate others' reactions when you consciously employ this gift. Your financial instincts are particularly sharp today. If you've been considering a purchase or investment, trust your gut feeling about timing and value. However, avoid making decisions based purely on emotional attachment, balance heart, and practical considerations. In relationships, today calls for honest assessment of where you might be giving too much or setting expectations too low. The planetary alignment supports having necessary conversations about reciprocity, though your delivery should be gentle and focused on mutual benefit rather than criticism. Your creative energies are heightened today, particularly in projects that serve others or fulfill emotional needs. Set aside time for expressive activities, whether artistic, culinary, or nurturing in nature. This creative outlet will help process any intense emotions that arise. Physical self-care is especially important under today's lunar influence. Your body may be more sensitive to environmental factors, nutrition, and hydration needs. Listen to what your body is communicating rather than pushing through discomfort or fatigue. Social connections offer both opportunity and challenge today. While beneficial encounters are likely, especially in group settings, you may need to protect your energy from those whose demands feel excessive. Polite limits are not rejections, but necessary boundaries. Your intuition serves as an especially reliable guide in matters of timing today. If you feel an urge to delay or accelerate a decision or action, honor this internal knowing. The cosmos is supporting your natural rhythmic awareness. Dreams and subconscious material may surface with unusual clarity today. Keeping a notebook nearby to record insights, whether they come during sleep or in quiet moments of reflection, will help you integrate these deeper messages. In family matters, you may find yourself mediating between different perspectives or needs. Your natural diplomatic abilities are heightened today, allowing you to create harmony without sacrificing authenticity. Remember that resolving conflict doesn't always mean finding perfect agreement, but rather creating space for diverse truths to coexist. The evening hours bring a shift in energy that supports reflection and gentle unwinding. Resist the temptation to fill these hours with productivity or digital stimulation. The subtle messages that have been trying to reach you all day will have space to emerge in quieter moments. Water features prominently in today's beneficial environments for you, whether literal, like taking a bath or visiting a lake, or figurative, like flowing movement practices or fluid creative expression. These water elements help you process and release emotional accumulation from the day. As you prepare for sleep, set an intention to receive guidance through dreams or upon waking. The veil between conscious and unconscious is particularly thin for you tonight, offering access to wisdom that normally remains below the surface of awareness. Daily Horoscope Analysis for Cáncer, June 8, 2025. Welcome, dear Cáncer. Today's celestial landscape brings significant energies your way as we approach a first quarter moon in Virgo. This lunar phase creates an interesting dynamic with your ruling celestial body, highlighting a period of growth and necessary decision-making. The emotional waters run deep today, as the moon forms a challenging square to both the sun in Gemini and Neptune in Pisces. You may find yourself caught between practical matters that need attention and an